For all the Starfail haters out there,
Gold all in my chain, gold all in my ring.
Starfail is Bethesda's brand new open world RPG. Think of it as though Skyrim and No Man's Sky had a night of adult-rated fun, and this was the product. But unlike No Man's Sky, Starfail wasn't built off one man's lie. Yeah, Poe ain't got nothing on me. The game has loads of content pretty much right out the gate, from various quests, worlds to explore, and shady snake oil salesmen to interact with.
We think now is a great time to renew your ship's warranty protection plan, or purchase a new one if you lack coverage.
You'd be pretty hard-pressed to find a game in the year 2023 to have the amount of content that this game has. I mean, at this point, it seems to be a rarity. And with there being loads of content for you pretty much right out the gate, you can just get literally lost for hours in this open world. I mean, your wife, probably gone. Kids, definitely gone. Your job, you're probably fired. Everything at this point is just revolved around Starfield. Pretty much as you get your ship and you start exploring the world, everything opens up, and every world just seems more unique and beautiful than the last. I mean, you can basically explore each world, find different resources, different outposts, different enemies to kill, different characters to interact with. It's a lot of fun to just go through a lot of these worlds. The main problem, though, is it doesn't follow the 40-second rule. What is the 40-second rule? The 40-second rule is basically this rule for open world games that every single map has to have POIs within 40 seconds of each other, or else the player gets bored. So using a map, let's say Fallout 3, you have tons of POIs all over the place. It's very easy to get from one place to another, and you still have tons of places on top of each other to interact with. Whereas Starfail does not have that. At minimum, it can be 5 minutes to get from one place to another. At maximum, sometimes it feels like 10 minutes. Maybe not, it might actually be 5 minutes, but the amount of open space from one place to another makes it pretty goddamn boring, especially when you're landing your ship in just a random open spot. And this seems to stem from the developers not adding some sort of vehicle on the planet. I guess they wanted players to use the fast travel. That's probably like the worst thing, because going in and out of your star map to just get to the next place on your planet to fast travel to is not very seamless as it could be, and I think adding a vehicle would have been a better decision, but maybe mods will fix that, I don't know. In terms of the story, it's not great, but it's not terrible either. I mean, you're pretty much gonna just veer off pretty quickly and do a bunch of side quests. I did a bunch of the faction side quests versus doing the main story, and I think that kind of contributed to me being a little lost in the overall story, but again, it's not like amazing. You get to go to the Upside Down from Stranger Things, which is pretty sweet. Going into the Upside Down is probably one of the best parts of the entire game, spoilers, and it's probably one of my favorite quest lines of any video game ever. I mean, going in and out of different realities or universes is just a blast to do, because you're just finding different portals and then going in and out of what the current world is and what the not so current world is. And maybe if I wasn't skipping over dialogue options, a lot of this would have made more sense. I mean, I definitely don't recommend doing this mission like at night and having skipped 90% of the dialogue options. Just don't do any of that. Take your time. It's way better that way. Gunplay feels pretty similar to Fallout 4, and the UI is an absolute nightmare to navigate. Lastly, the factions are pretty cool. I mean, I chose so far, I've done the UC and the Freestar. I still have to do the Crimson Raider one. I don't know, a lot of people said that one's a pretty fun one to do. Until then, I'm still just trying to finish the main story quest. Is Starfield Game of the Year? No. I think it's a pretty good game, and if you're looking for something to do, then you're probably going to enjoy this game. But if you're someone who enjoys Bethesda games, you're really going to enjoy this game. But I think with everything that you have in front of you, the gameplay is kind of boring when you're exploring worlds, even though each world is just very beautiful. The gunplay isn't anything amazing, the characters are fun to interact with, but again, it's nothing insane. I think there are a lot of other games that have probably come out this year that are probably better. But if I had to, like, score this game and, like, tell you what I think, if you're a Bethesda fanboy, you're probably getting your, your rocks off, and you probably are scoring, like, a 9. But I would say, like, it's an 8.5 out of 10, maybe 8 out of 10 if you're a Bethesda fanboy. And if it's just, like, a regular game, it's probably, like, a 7.5. Maybe an 8, maybe a 7. I can kind of go all three different ways with it. So yeah, Starfail, even though a lot of the criticism I think is a little ridiculous, like the main menu thing was kind of dumb, and I think there's some other different opinions out there that I don't necessarily agree with that I won't get into here, that some people have been saying about this game, but I think it's fine. It's fun. I've been having fun with the game, and I think it's been keeping me hooked, which is kind of what I was hoping for out of this game, is just something to do for like a long extended period of time to keep me away from Call of Duty. So, Starfield, good game, not the best game, but if I were you, I'd probably try to go get it on Game Pass, because if you just pay $15 a month, it's free. At that point, you might as well just do that. So, yeah, that's it. Starfield, good. Yeah, bye. Just realized I completely forgot to mention the shipbuilding element and the outpost building. two of the best elements of the game, and once mod support comes out, oh my god, I mean, already people are making some of the most creative things in these two features, but the minute mod support comes out for this, and I think it's supposed to be like late December, sometime in December, it's just gonna get better. So like, that just adds like another point for Starfield.
Kobe.